Hey scientists, so I wanted to go over what you will be doing at the end of this week for your scientific tools report assignment. So first, don't get overwhelmed. It's going to be fine. All I need you to do is write a paragraph about a scientific tool. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and read this one to you. Then I'll read the activity to you, and then we'll go over the rubric for how you can get the most points on this assignment. Scientific Tools Report Assignment. You come in contact with scientific equipment more than you realize. Think about it. Every time you go to the doctor or to the dentist, when you get your eyes checked, your ears tested, or your teeth cleaned, you're interacting with scientific equipment. What machines were needed to build your television? Imagine how data is transmitted electronically to your computer. How does the reporter get the information needed for a weather report? Scientific instruments are all around you, all the time. Try this activity to find out more about them. Now here's the directions for our assignment. Step 1, brainstorm a list of all the scientific tools you've used. This just means think about what it said up here in this section. Think about all the different scientific tools that you've ever used, okay, or seen, and just write them down. Your spelling doesn't have to be perfect. Your handwriting doesn't have to be perfect. Just come up with, I would say, at least 3 or 4, okay? Step 2, now brainstorm a list of all the scientific tools that have been used on you, such as a stethoscope to check your heartbeat, or for satellites to send cell phone signals. So now you have a list of the tools that you've used and the list of the tools that have been used on you. Step 3, have you ever been curious about a piece of equipment, such as a rocket, a bathyscaphe? Well, now I'm curious. I don't even know what that is. I hope someone does the report on that. I really want to know. A submarine, a Geiger counter, Doppler radar, or an MRI machine? Write down the names of some scientific instruments you'd like to learn more about. Step 4, pick one. Pick one scientific instrument, just one, and do some research about that tool to learn more. This research can be watching a video, reading a book, talking to whoever uses those tools, doing an interview with them about their tool, okay? Your research can be anything as long as you're learning more about that tool. After you've done your research, you'll move on to step 5. Write a short report about the instrument you chose. Include a paragraph or 2 about how the tool is used for science. Add a photograph or illustration. Click the rubric button for an example of an excellent report. So now we'll click the rubric button. So this is our rubric, and this is what I'm going to use to grade your report. Okay, so there are 2 categories. There's following instructions and the report itself. So to get full credit for following instructions, you need to do these things, okay? You need to choose a piece of scientific equipment or a scientific instrument to research. Write a report that includes 1 or 2 paragraphs about how that tool is used in science. Include a photograph or drawing of the tool. If you do those things, you'll get full credit for following directions. And then you can earn 3 points for doing this or 1 point for doing this. So after I've graded your directions, how you're following the directions, then I'll come down here to grade the report itself. If your report effectively, which means it does a good job of, describes how the tool is used for science, it's clear, interesting, and engaging, there are no typos or spelling errors, and you've referenced any sources that you used for your information or your photos. So basically what this means is I don't want to see one sentence that's like 2 words with no capitalization, no periods. I want to see your best sentences. Okay, and remember that a paragraph only has to be like 3 or 4 sentences. All right, so in all, your report should be between 4 and 8 sentences. Okay, and then at the very bottom, I just want you to tell me what you used for your research. So if you went to YouTube and you watched a video about a stethoscope, then I want you to just tell me the name of the video. So I watched Joe Bean talks about the stethoscope on YouTube. So it's that simple. When it says reference any sources, those are just big fancy words for tell me what you used for your research. Okay. And also for your photos. So let's say you go to Google Image and you type in pictures of a stethoscope and you like the first one that you see, so you put it in your report. Then at the bottom of your report, just say, I got my picture from Google. Or I drew this picture myself. I just want to know. And then you can look at this rubric anytime with your grown-ups if you have any questions about what I'm looking for in your report. So this right here tells you everything you need to do. Think about tools that you've used. Think about tools that have been used on you. Think about tools that you want to learn more about. Pick one, do some research, write your report. If you have any questions, please email me or ask your grown-ups and someone will be able to help you, okay? Bye, guys.